10 News This Evening starts now.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Katie McCall.
And I'm Allison Croft. You probably had dozens of alerts on your phones today, right? We're going to go through all the headlines to give you the facts, not fear.
And as we do that, you can text the word facts to 727-577-8550 to get the very latest confirmed information sent straight to your phone.
So let's start here tonight. There are now 30.
Mayor Rick Kreisman announced the race will go on. The Grand Prix will continue this weekend, but you'll have to watch it on TV. Fans will not be allowed to gather to watch that race. And all race-related events, those will also be canceled. The mayor also canceled the Reggae Rise Up Music Festival at Vinoy Park.
And those are just...
Justin, what a shame that all of that has to be canceled. The director of the CDC told members of Congress the cost of testing for the virus and the cost of treatment will be covered. And Courtney, you have been looking into all of that testing information here in Tampa.
Yeah, and testing is going to be key in all of this. The Florida Department of Health has 3 labs running tests.
Shows just how quickly things can change when it comes to our children, their education, and their health. In Pinellas County and Hillsborough County, students will be on spring break next week, but some parents are wondering when all those kids come back, how safe will those classrooms be? 10 News reporter Eric Glasser is getting answers. He is out there at Hillsborough County at the board. Eric?
Katie, I can tell you that at this point, it's 6 o'clock.
And we're hearing a lot of school closures in other states. All public schools in Maryland will be closed March 16th through the 27th to try to stop the spread of the virus there. In Washington state, all public and private schools in 3 counties near Seattle, impacting 43 school districts. And in Ohio, the state has just closed all K-12 schools for 3 weeks. Massachusetts is closing schools in 3 counties for the next 2 weeks. In addition to texting the word facts, you can also text the word school to 727-577-8550. We'll send you the information from each district and their plans when it comes to the virus.
All day we've seen big events.
All right, Candace, and in just the last half hour, Disneyland in California, not Disney World, this is Disneyland, announced it will be closing its parks through the end of the month starting on Saturday. Disneyland plans to keep the resort hotels open until Monday to allow guests already there to change their plans. We checked with Disney World here in Florida earlier today, and right now they plan to remain open with additional cleaning procedures in place. One day after the president announced a travel ban, the stock market had its biggest drop since the Black Monday crash of 1987, as fears of economic fallout from the coronavirus pandemic deepened. And for the second time this week, stocks sank after the opening bell, triggering a circuit breaker which pauses trading. The Dow Jones dropped nearly 10%. The Nasdaq went down 9.43%, and the S&P 500 dropped 9.51%. Right now, we have Dr. Eric Carter in studio with us. You see him right there. He's answering your questions on Facebook Live right now. Keep sending him those questions in the comments section. We're going to sit down with him coming up at 5:30.
And you can continue to warmer as we head into the weekend.
That's right. Bobby, we've got some positive news to tell people. This is kind of nice, right?
It's going to be really nice. If you're sticking around, get outdoors. You don't have to be in a lot of crowded places, but you can be outside, enjoy it.
Right.
The weather will be a little bit warmer for some folks, but actually low to mid 80s. For most areas through the upcoming weekend too, so it's going to actually be really nice. There it is, Royal Caribbean just left the port. They're headed off towards Mexico.
There's a lot going on in the world right now, isn't there? There
too much.
is. Yeah, it's not all negative though. In fact, some of this is really going to make you smile.
So who is ready for some good news? I think a lot of hands just went up in here. This guy, check this out, is a real hero. You have to stop what you're doing and watch this animal rescue. A cop in Australia rolls up his pants and heads straight into the water to rescue a wallaby in distress. That animal was struggling to stay alive. This all happened just off of Bribey Island. Queensland police tell us the officer and the wallaby both happy and healthy.
Oh, that's great. This one's going to bring a good tear to your eye. An Indiana officer's act of kindness was all caught on dash cam. Lieutenant Randy Rogers responded to a call about a suspicious person on the side of the road. Well, it turns out the man named Brian had lost his home. He was just trying to make his way to family here in Florida. It was clear that Brian was down on his luck and he was hungry, so Lieutenant Rogers bought him a double cheeseburger and helped him go over his route.
Good people out there, guys. There really are.
Took a moment to check on him, make sure he was okay, got him on his way.
Figured it out.
Yeah. Let's go to break, but first, let's go to the beach. Who wants to head out there tonight?
Feels good.
The beautiful view of Clearwater Beach. Hope you're having a great evening. We're back in.
And we know you're all curious about what's going on with the coronavirus outbreak, especially after the World Health Organization declared it a pandemic.
So we continue to bring you the facts. 10 Investigates' Courtney Robinson is here tonight. And Courtney, you found out how prepared
All a speedy recovery. As the coronavirus keeps spreading, we're getting a lot of questions about how it spreads on surfaces. So here's Jason Puckett verifying how and where it actually does.
Can it spread out?
Yeah, we should be doing that stuff already, right? You may have heard about social distancing. We wanted to explain to you what that means. The CDC says it's when you remain out of a congregate setting where people would meet at a period of time. Okay, so avoid mass gatherings. We've seen cities cancel and postpone events where large crowds of people would be together, and keep 6 feet from others whenever possible.
the White House.
And to keep you informed, we have Dr. Eric Carter. He's a board-certified family physician, and he is with Carolina right now on Facebook Live answering your questions.
Your questions, again, facts, not fear.
Yeah, great to get that information, so send them your questions.
Yeah, the more things that you know about this, the more information you have, the better, right? So that's why, once again, Carolina just said it, but we want to remind you again, text facts. Don't call, text the word facts to 727-577-8550. We have all of this information in one place that we will send right to your phone so you can check it out whenever you want.
And we've got an in-house doctor answering them. So let's go to our doctor of weather. Chief meteorologist Bobby Duskins.
Well, look, I've got some good weather, good news, because it is going to stay.
And here's something to lighten the mood. This one from Clearwater. A 3-year-old boy who loves police officers got the surprise of his lifetime on his birthday. Officers with the Clearwater Police Department visited him during his party. Little Ezekiel waited outside. The group rolled in with their lights flashing. They brought him gifts, including a toy police car. Doctors perform a first-of-its-kind procedure to help people see. Clinicians at Oregon Health and Science University successfully performed a gene editing procedure that helped with a blindness-causing gene mutation. It was the first time that human genes had ever been edited within a human body. Here's more on that groundbreaking procedure.
For patients.
Changing every day, Bascom Palmer Eye Institute in Miami, Florida is one of several other academic institutions that are participating in that trial. Doctors are hoping with more research and more successful trials, in vivo gene editing can help treat a much wider range of diseases. Just incredible to think about that. Today, the Girl Scouts turns 108 years old, and there's a lot more to the organization than just those delicious cookies.
Yes, there is. So let's go beyond the headline and look at how the Girl Scouts performed and some things.
So some famous Girl Scout alums on the stage and screen include Taylor Swift, Mariah Carey, Abigail Breslin, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Dakota Fanning. That's a pretty good list.
That is
Were you a Girl
list.
Scout?
I was not.
I was a Girl Scout.
Yes?
Loved it. Loved scouting.
What was your favorite part about it?
The cookies, for sure.
Of course.
Do you have a
The
favorite
cookies.
cookie?
Oh my gosh, any of the peanut butter ones.
Right? The tag along was always a big seller for us.
It's always
I
a good.
remember them.
Thin Mints.
Samoa's a big hit. The trefoil,
So
a
all of
classic.
them. Is that what we're going with?
When you're selling them, you know, sometimes you got to sample the product
Yeah.
to make sure that you can effectively persuade the customer.
Absolutely. You
Yeah.
got to try them all to make sure that you can push the best ones.
Still got them in my freezer.